America, radiant land once anointed by the Most High, stands shrouded beneath the fabrications of those sought to unmake its truth. It was never simply a territory, nor an expanse of soil upon which civilization idly blossomed. It was a citadel of cosmic intelligence where the symphony of divine law found resonance in the very bones of Earth. Here, the ancient guardians of knowledge walked with certainty, attuned to the omnipotent rhythm of existence, sculpting reality with the precision of sacred geometry and the holiness of spiritual abundance. As architects of intention, the indigenous of this land overstood the alchemy of creation, wielding the harmonics of the universe as both shield and scepter. They were warriors in the garden, protectors of the sacred charge bestowed upon them by the unseen forces that governed all. Their edifices did not simply stand. They breathed, vibrated, and pulsed with the energies of antiquity. Every stone placed, every inscription carved, every alignment to the heavens was dedicated by the unalterable wisdom they carried in their very essence. But even the most celestial beings, adorned in the armor of light, can fall prey to the shadows when their own radiance blinds them. The invaders arrived not as conquerors, for they lacked the merit to meet a Mexim's warriors in open combat. They came as shadows slithering beneath the threshold of vigilance, disguising treachery as diplomacy, mirroring benevolence while concealing malevolence. In the beginning, just to lure us in, they wielded no steel sharper than the duplicity of their tongues, no strategy more potent than the art of subversion. They did not conquer, they corroded. They exploited the trust, the open-hearted benevolence of those who had long mastered existence without the stain of deception. And as the fangs of treachery sank deep, the lifeblood of remembrance began to flow. But it wasn't enough for these blood-sucking fuckers to simply claim dominion. They sought to annihilate memory itself. They raised and rebuilt, defaced and repurposed, not to construct, but to rearrange, distort, and bury the greatness our ancestors once created. They left traces of our symbology in plain sight, mocking their own ignorance, reveling in Pyrrhic victory, while believing they had rewritten the very essence of time. Yet they could not erase the unchanging resonance of the land itself. The rivers still hum the old hymns. The mountains still hold secrets beneath their silent facades. But with each generation, the amnesia deepened. What was once self-evident became legend, and what was legend became myth, until even myth was reduced to superstition. The intruders, understanding the potency of perception, constructed a false reality, an illusion so intricately woven that even the descendants of the builders could no longer recognize their own architecture. What we once called home was now labeled the New World. A fabrication so grotesque in its audacity that it reeked of desperation. For nothing new can be built upon foundations that predate the very tongues that speak of their novelty. Even so, distortion is not destruction. The trespassers inverted the compass, seeking to sever us from our own essence, but they could not extinguish the ember that smolders beneath the ash of deception. The dissonance they imposed was never true conversion. Only an imposed discordance, a forceful misalignment that could not withstand the unchangeable pull of spiritual gravity. The soul knows its own frequency, even when the mind can be conditioned to forget. This world, as we now experience it, is but a siphoning mechanism, an imitation of home, constructed not to nurture, but to extract. Even our vision has been shackled, our perception bent inward, rendering us unable to see beyond the imposed limitations of our own reflections. The distortion field is vast, yet it is not impenetrable. The remnants of our truth still flicker, waiting for those who can pierce the veil, who can attune their senses beyond the programmed deception that keeps their eyes cast downward. But we, the builders of harmony, the keepers of the sacred flame, were never meant to kneel beneath the weight of falsehood. Our spirit was designed to command reality, to restore equilibrium, and to reclaim what was never truly lost, only hidden. The land speaks, the elements remember, and within us, the dormant knowledge stirs, restless beneath the surface, yearning for the day it will once more be spoken into existence. The trespassers are emboldened by the illusion of permanence, but illusion is the frailest form of dominion. They have miscalculated, believing that time and repetition can override truth. But time is not their ally. Time is the cycle of return, the revolution of remembrance, the harbinger of reckoning. The pulse of a maxim has not stopped. It only waits for the frequency that will awaken its protectors once more. The land of the sun will rise again, and with it, the indigenous inception returns to light, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. In la